thing about wash is you can do all the same stuff I just did, except you do it with grays. So you just add some water. I'm going to start out by painting with my water in my cup. So here's a very light gray. So you can get very light gray that way. This is this cup. Not too much gray in there. So let's get a little bit of ink in there. So then you can paint literally as much as you want or as little as you want with the gray. If you want to get a solid shape or a wash or a variegated wash, you let gravity help you. And you start out with the top. I have an extra. You start out with the wash right at the top. I would slant it a little bit more so you get this bead of ink on the bottom. And you just pull that down. Can you guys see that at all? So I'm slanting the paper away. I would slant it up even more like that, but I'm not going to do that. See how that formed down there? And you just basically pull that extra ink down there. And when that little bead, so if I want to do a solid wash of a solid color, I just keep pulling it like that. If I want to change it and make it darker, I just add more ink, and then it'll gradually get darker. And that's a gradiated wash, so then it's gotten a little darker. It's gotten really dark. You just pull it down like that. So that's how you either do a solid wash of a gray or the variegated wash of gray. Same works on Bristol board. Then a couple things that are fun once you get into the washes to do that we'll have everyone try is, this is what a current illustrator does. I don't have it clean water, but it's pretty close to clean. You can actually paint a shape with, do it on the Bristol board. You just paint a shape with clear water. So let's see if I can't paint I don't know if I can paint a star with clear water, but we'll try. So you paint your shape with clear water. This is a current fashion illustrator does this a lot currently. So you have your shape down there. Then you just drop the ink into it. And it does all kinds of funky stuff. Whatever you want. And you can make it flow all around if you want. So that's one thing we're all going to try. So when this is dry, another thing you can do this with is dry, is you can come back in with a razor, if I get this dry, and scratch through it, which is fun. Sorry. If anyone doesn't like the chalkboard fingernail. So you can scratch through your dry ink like that and get some white back to the paper. Key to an image that's inked that's going to be successful is to have a lot of shadows, because you're really painting mostly shadows with this. So, get the goggles. You know, and these things are. You want to use the brush to create some strokes. One of the neat things about ink is you get the brush strokes to show. I might put some washes in here afterwards, but see, I'm using the brush to put those edges on there. His hair to start dripping. So I'm going to put a lot of ink right here. Charles, sorry, we're tilting away from you. Oh yeah, great. Sort of got to assist a little bit. Drip there. have a couple splatters too. Perfect. Okay, good. So good. Now while we're at it, let's splatter a couple times. That's pretty funky. Then I might, oh yeah, I got on my original source image. I might come back. This is a little bit off. I have a choice. I could come back in here and do a background. I could come in and do a wash right here if I want to and make his cheeks stand out. There's an example. That's pretty fast. You can do these things pretty fast. So we're going to do a lot of these things. Sometimes we're going to spend a little bit more time on them. And I might come back in with the razor when this is dry and put a couple little nicks in the goggles to make them a little bit more, give that reflection in there.